So Tritium has
Read the
introduced a
digest.
175 kilowatt DC fast charger, and it is liquid cooled, which means it doesn't make that huge racket that some of the other units do, and it is, well, obviously that also makes it quiet, but it also allows it to be smaller. So at 175 kilowatts, there aren't too many. I don't think there are. Technically, the Porsche can take it. It says so. There aren't too many cars on the market that can take this yet, but it's coming. It is coming. And also with liquid cooling, sometimes it tends to be cheaper. It handles the cold a little better. They have a cold weather kit that allows it to get down to negative 30 degrees centigrade, negative 22 Fahrenheit for those of us around the States. And I thought it was pretty exciting.
The most important part of this that I thought was really cool was it has a handshake built in so that
Steal
when you... What's that?
I said steal my thunder. I said,
but go ahead. Yeah. If you want, no, it's your story. Go ahead.
Sorry. So what this will do is it'll allow other EVs to have that Tesla-like quick charge experience. So you don't have to fiddle with cards or phone apps. So you just, once you get there, you unplug, open up, and then you plug in the handle, and your car will take care of the rest. All you got to do is just plug in, charge, and then leave, and it'll handle itself.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest pains in my butt when I had the Leaf, was that there were all kinds of, there was AeroVironment and Blink and Charge Point, and I had a whole, my cup holder full of membership cards and apps. And we had different ones at work and different ones in the city, and if I wanted to go on a road trip. And sometimes the readers would work, sometimes they wouldn't. Sometimes you'd have to actually call them to get them to enable it because the reader wasn't working. And, and all of that goes away when you have a system where you just plug it into the car, it identifies your car, and identifies that you're a member of the network. You already have an account set up, it already has a fixed billing rate, and it just works. So yeah, this system that they're using, ISO, I think it's 15118, was actually designed for vehicle to grid. And they, with that, you have to have all this communication to say which way is it's bidirectional energy flow. So you have to be able to either charge or discharge. And they said, hey, since this standard communication standard already exists, let's use it for charging, because that's half of bidirectional. And so I think that was really clever. And this is what is going to make EVs much more acceptable, because you don't want to have to join 5 networks before you can go on a trip. You want to be able to plug in your car and have it just work. That's when my mom would be comfortable with an electric car.
And not even join 5 networks, but join 3 networks and realize you have to drive past 2 in order to get one that you belong to.
Or they have the partnerships, and then when you try it, it actually doesn't work for you. Those are fun too.
Yes. So when we get to the point where people are driving or using their app and they're choosing where to go based on the cost of the electricity, just like we do now with gasbuddy.com and other apps to find cheap gas, then we know we've gone mainstream.
And then you also have the advantage over gas that even at the gas station, you're still filling with your cards or the apps or the wands. This gets rid of all of that. So, I mean, it is something we're complaining about, but only because the way it's been implemented, although technically it's the same as gas, it has been worse. And so with this 15118 and with the Tesla superchargers, you don't have to think about it. You just plug in and go about your business. Well, go to the bathroom, get a snack, whatever.
You do have to have some, for this handshake to work. You have to have some account with the company there, right? And it has to be resident in the car at some level so that the car can communicate that information down the line.
Well, the card just says, hey, I'm card 5000. And if you're already a member of either that network or one of their partner networks, you'll say, hey, I know card 5000. Hit them up and I'll charge them back to the credit card later.
Right. Yes, but as Mark can attest to, and as I can attest to, and anyone in northern climes, when it's minus or it's 12 degrees centigrade, minus 12 degrees centigrade, Is that like zero? Is that zero?
Absolute
Zero
zero. That's
Fahrenheit?
frozen.
I don't know.
We're Americans. We don't know this.
We don't know that. Okay. Every winter I can do the conversion. Every summer I forget it. But like you were saying, I mean, there's you got your mittens or your gloves, and you're fiddling with your wallet, and you're trying to get out your one card in order to feed it into the thing, and the wind is blowing, and you're shivering. And the gas is coming out ever so slow because the pump is frozen. Yeah, just to be able to get out, plug the thing in, and get back in your car is a luxury.
And you can get back in because these don't explode when you plug them in and then get a little static electricity.
Well, there's that.
So you don't gotta stand outside for 10 minutes.
Well, all I can say is I can't charge my phone to 80% in 15 minutes, so I think it's a great move forward.
Yeah.